That's the beauty of Mohawk. We really have all the best here that Ferguson has to offer at the Calibu Vineyard kitchen. Sweet is made sweet by Emser Tile. iColts represents to me livable luxury, and my secret weapon is custom comfort mattress. So I love the space here at Calibu Vineyard. This closet from Cal Closets is one that makes me want to never leave. The star of the show is Namib Fantasy from Best Cheer Stone. I love it here in this room, all thanks to Anderson Tuftex. Beautiful bypass barn doors as closet doors here at Calibu Vineyard, created by Rustica Hardware. So come on over to Calibu Vineyard when you're ready to barbecue. I'll be here with links.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us on another episode of TISE TV. We're here with Jennifer Farrell out at Calibu Vineyards. Jennifer, this house is amazing.
Thank you.
So, well, we know you love like all the products, and you've become really developed great relationships with the different vendors and brands. This is going to be a hard one, and I'm curious how you're gonna balance this one. But what are some of the gems that just really excited you? Some of the things that the brands really came through with?
Wow, that's a great question, because each brand has something that's truly spectacular, really spectacular. As I said, the chandelier above me from Lamps Plus is quite possibly the most beautiful chandelier I've seen in my lifetime. Emser has a tile called Mizu. That's this oval tile in a square 2-paneled mosaic piece. And so it's this play of ovals and squares that you kind of see throughout the home here. I fell madly in love with that tile. Mohawk has Techwood, which is they are hardwood floors, but they are beyond the hardwood because they're created by Mohawk. So you've got the beauty of nature, but you've got the quality of Mohawk. The floors that we installed are called White Cap from the Coastal Couture collection, and the White Cap oak is the most beautiful color. It really feels like the sun has bleached this wood that's been perfectly aged out in the soleil, and I just am crazy about those floors. I also have to say, Karistan has a rug. It's the Trist Marseille Gray, which is such a gorgeous rug. It feels like a $100,000 rug. So it is the ultimate in heirloom quality with a much better price tag. So there were some really great surprises along the way. I will tell you though, the thing that everyone walks in here and their jaws drop is our kitchen island. So the kitchen island is 19 feet long, it's 4 feet wide. It's quite possibly the world's largest island. And it is wrapped on all 3 sides by Namib Fantasy, which is a soft quartzite. It's from Best Cheer Stone, and they've actually created their own cottage industry in Namibia. And they work with local artisans that they have trained and crafted to quarry the stone, and it's absolutely spectacular.
The SURFACES Showhome, Calibu Vineyard is a fully sourceable and shoppable experience with the newest products on the market from the finest industry brands in the build space. Watch the video highlights from Jennifer Farrell to learn even more insights about the design of each room, and then click the links to source the products.
Break from script a little bit, because out being here, and especially since flooring was so throughout, and you worked with some great brands, you also have a pet dog, and the floors look amazing. So the fact that you guys have lived here and the dog's running around and the floors still look amazing. What was that like?
The theme of Calibu Vineyard is livable luxury. And you may use that phrase all the time, because I think it's really what we're all looking for. We want to have a luxurious life, but we still have to live somewhere. And so I'm always looking for products that are durable. That's my number one go-to. How's it going to last through my husband, my kids, my dog? And so on the first level, We have tile throughout. This floor is Pocono Oak from Emser Tile. We did it in a herringbone pattern throughout the entire 4,000 square feet of the downstairs, as well as the 1,000 square foot patio outside. And by continuing that same material everywhere, you really get that great indoor-outdoor feel. It is bulletproof, it is dog-proof, it is wine-proof. We're at a vineyard, so there's a lot of wine running around. Then on the second floor, that's where I use Techwood, because Techwood is not only beautiful, it's durable. So it can handle dogs' toenails, it can handle me spilling wine or anybody else. So it's a beautiful hardwood, but it's got the power of Mohawk.
Well, it did its job very well, and I even heard about a little wine spill and cannot be detected. So the brands and the products are doing wonderful on site.
The SURFACES Showhome, Calibu Vineyard is a fully sourceable and shoppable experience with the newest products on the market from the finest industry brands in the build space. Watch the video highlights from Jennifer Farrell to learn even more insights about the design of each room, and then click the links to source the products.
A couple of tips. Going through this process, what kind of tips would you give for another designer or somebody remodeling their home, specifically about products that were challenging, or working with contractors, and any design-specific tips for spaces? I think this was your first time designing out a theater, so.
It was. This was the first time I've ever designed a home theater. I have sat in many, but I have never designed one. And I find on every project that there's something that I end up researching a lot. And how to build a home theater was one of them, how to soundproof everything. I encourage people, if they are contractors, designers, or homeowners, find the thing that you don't really know about and don't guess. Do your research. Ask a lot of questions, learn as you go. I know it's easy to say, oh, we'll let so-and-so take care of that. But the more you're involved in the knowledge of how something gets built, the better off you are. I'm not a plumber, I'm not an electrician. At this point, after all these years, I do know a thing or two, and it's because I ask the questions and I do the research, and that's how you end up overseeing the quality of the home that you're trying to design. Then you can make sure it's being built the right way. A tip that I would give for anyone who's looking to renovate a space is always acknowledge the original architecture. Unless you're going to tear the whole house down, you need to see what's there and figure out what's the part of that that speaks to you that made you want to buy the property in the first place. I'm sitting in the living room where we did not remove the paneling that some would have thought was very dated. It was a dark wood paneling in the 1980s for the English Tudor style home this originally was. It was perfect. But over the years it had become forlorn and a little dated. Well, we coated it with stark white chalky paint and it feels fresh and modern. Most people would have torn out the paneling. In fact, everyone who came in here in the beginning said, oh, so you're going to tear out the paneling. This was one of the things I wanted to keep because I really find it important to honor the original architecture and to keep a moment from the original home. One of my favorite moments is at the front door. There is a window above the entrance. So this home was originally built by Harvey and Marilyn Diamond back in the 1980s. They were very successful authors of a fitness book that sold millions of copies. They built this home with the proceeds and lived in the life of luxury. So over the years, the home passed to different owners and finally fell into foreclosure. But I actually had the book that they wrote when I was a kid. And so I feel like a penny of this house was actually from my money. I wanted to keep a piece of what they had done here, which included their diamond windows. The entire house had single pane leaded glass windows that aren't to code anymore. They were broken, they had gaps, so we couldn't keep all of them. But we did keep the one above the front door as a memory of the original house. Then we created custom French doors for the entrance that have the same diamond pattern.
Wow, I mean, so I love the keeping some of the elements and bringing that forward. A lot of people do want to just kind of tear down to the studs, knock out walls and recreate. So very commendable.